After the made field goal, Zuerlein back out there now to send this one away. This will be taken short. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Here we go.
On play action, it's Garoppolo. Oliver, the tight end, making the catch. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. So the ref takes a peek here, wants to see if the receiver had possession and both feet inbounds.
If this were a college game, this would be a legal catch. It's the second foot that they're looking at to make sure it gets down. You have to have two inbounds in the NFL.
Right. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Wait, 80!
Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field.
Lock!
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. This one caught by his tight end, Oliver. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
It's a gain of 20.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
54. Mike, 54. All right, D, let's go. All right, D. Kill. Tight dog.
Hey, alert!
On first down, Garoppolo. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. On second down now, it's Cook. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Tackle made there by Kiko Alonso. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Give him 2 yards on that one. Second and goal now. They try again with Cook. And he stopped immediately there. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Here we go. 180!
Coming right, this is Cook on the toss play. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. Now the Bears will use their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. And that one, my goodness, that was almost too easy.
Yeah, you're not got too many attempts shorter than that one. And I don't think this was blocked. That's about as bad a miss as you can have.
Here I come again.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. The rush defense stout on first down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
91 is the mic.
After the run, Newton going to throw. That's complete to his tight end, Seals Jones.
Let's go, baby.
19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Set. 780.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Check 91. 91 is the mic. Mike 91.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
Throwing on second down. Newton. Well, this is caught by Williams. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A gain of 13. It's a first down. Newton now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a first down here.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, it's great.
This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey. And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. So we come upon halftime with 9 points separating these two teams. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25.
Here we go.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Newton to throw. He's got the hook up to Lee. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. Draw play as Newton gives to McCaffrey. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
Check. Man up. Alert. 3 down. Jam.
20.
Mike's 50.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Hey, check. Mike 50. Watch the run. Mike's 50.
On 3rd down, Newton. And that will be incomplete.
That's it, baby.
Here comes the Bears punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. This one angles out of bounds in a good spot in the coffin corner. And they're going to mark this out of the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
And from that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away.
And can you believe it? It's a second safety in this ball game. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
To throw again on second down. Newton, and incomplete. It was Quincy Williams with a tight coverage there.
This has been a really nice day for the defense. They've made it so difficult to find open receivers because they're able to squeeze the passing lanes down. A lot of what they're doing is communicating. Receivers in one area, receivers in another area. They're almost what they call passing them off from one defender to the next, even in zone defenses, and making it very hard to find an open spot for the quarterback to deliver the ball.
8. Let's go. Let's go, defense.
And he finds Seals-Jones complete. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears.
57's the mark. Watch 57. I got one. Save.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
8. Check 37. Whip. Watch the whip.
Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. Give him 8 yards there. Still a few inches to go, though, as it'll be 3rd down and about the length of the football. Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd. A shotgun snap for Newton. Short throw. This is Seals-Jones with it. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. Newton now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
4 down. Check.
From the shotgun to McCaffrey. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
780.
Mike 50. Defense wins championships, baby. Alert 3, alert 3. Alert 3.
Pick the edge, pick the edge.
Go.
Mike 50, Mike 50. Push him back. Push him back.
On second down, McCaffrey. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
He wasn't ready. He wasn't ready.
They'll come up now on a second and long after the hold.
Come on, QB, come on.
McCaffrey following the penalty. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
Let's get it.
And facing a very tough 3rd and 19 here after both of those running plays went backwards.
Exit, exit. Let's go, Mike 50, Mike 50. Let's go.
Operating from the gun, Newton. Got a man, it's right. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
Hey, check Mike 50. Mike is a 50. Check Mike.
From the red zone now, Newton. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50. 6 man.
Check press.
Check cross. Let's go, Mike 50, Mike 50.
On 2nd and 10, Newton. His throw caught at about the 5. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
They come out here in the eye. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal.
Watch the safety creep.
On the ground, McCaffrey. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. Christian McCaffrey, his third touchdown now on the year, as they can now even this game here in the fourth quarter with the extra point. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this fourth quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time they surrendered the safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get, and it's just so strange to see that go up on the board, and then you got to make sure that that doesn't happen to your team again. They've got to take care of the ball.
But, boy, it juices up the defense.
Oh, without a doubt. That's a great way to score some points.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. To throw, it's Garoppolo. That's complete to his running back, Burkhead. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4.
Hey, Charlie.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. He'll get this one complete to Davis. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down. Now Garoppolo. He finds McCoy. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 12 yards there. First down, Vikings.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Give to Cook out of the gun. The cornerback, it's Logan Ryan who brings him down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Tight end right.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And Ginn's got it. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 38-yard line. Garoppolo in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's hit on all 5 of his pass attempts on this drive so far. Back to the ground, Cook. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. They'll keep it on the ground with McCoy this time. And once again, he's going to be stopped up behind the line. 2nd straight play. Shades of the 85 Bear defense a little bit. Couple of plays sent them the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14.
We got 3, fellas. We got 3.
To throw is Garoppolo. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Here's Matt Weil now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. Second and 9 now from the 21.
Yo.
And we're going 37 is the Mike. Mike 37.
Great.
And we're going 37 is the Mike. Mike 37.
Watch the screen.
Now Newton. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And incomplete. He tried to leave it underneath. Nearly got picked. They may be lucky to have that one back. Third down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
I got one. And we're going 37 is the Mike. Mike 37. And we're going 37 is the Mike. Mike 37. Here we go. And we're going 37 is the Mike. Mike 37. Stay with you.
Newton. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does. And in the second quarter, he may very well run by him. But in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
There, this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. A tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 39. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Tie game, and barring something incredible here, we're likely headed to overtime.
And just a couple of scenarios here to keep in mind. One, if you want to be really aggressive, you do throw the Hail Mary and see if you can get something downfield.
What would you do?
What I would do is either hand it off inside or more likely I take a knee and let the clock run out. Because if I'm back there trying to throw and a sack happens, the ball comes free, I can lose the game here. If I get to overtime, I can still win it.
Let's see if they are in line with Charles Davis. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Hey, check Mike 21. Mike 21. Check Mike.
Bravo.
I got you.
11.
To throw is Garoppolo. This one caught by Davis. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
Your trip is here.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And they need 5 yards on 3rd down here to keep this opening drive of OT alive. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. The temptation to go for it probably there. Always is, especially in overtime. Got to punt it, though.
I think you're right. I think that you absolutely have to punt it away and trust your defense, especially play a little field position here. But you're so right about the temptation. Another way to satisfy that, though, line up in punt formation and fake it. That's another way to get it done.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
At their own 21-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. But they turned it back over to them, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
That part 1 is done, now part 2. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Curl it. Check nickel, nickel, nickel.
Now Newton with his first throw in OT. And he'll find his tight end, Seals Jones. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Check 3, check 3. 66, bullet, pop.
From the gun on 3rd down, Newton. He'll get this to McCaffrey out of the backfield. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and it'll be 4th down. Here comes the Bears punter now. On for a very important punt here in overtime. Here comes the Bears punter now as he's on to kick it away. Here's Ginn. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. He was trying to find Anthony Miller there, and it's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
11. Hey, wahoo! I got you.
They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. And now Garoppolo lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Neither team scored yet. Now we go to sudden death. Next points win this game.
How about the tension right now? It is ratcheted up, isn't it? I mean, now whatever happens, points are scored, that's your ball game. Can't wait to see the defense now. Do they get a little more aggressive in order to not let the team just drive the ball easily down the field on them?
Got to be careful, though, right?
Yeah, if you're too aggressive, you just give up something easy and cheap. But some defensive coordinators, they'd rather take a stand that way as opposed to being nickeled and dimed down the field.
And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. 6 yards on the pickup, and it'll make it a second down.
Gun.
Throwing again on second down. Newton, right's got it. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the Vikings pick up the football. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. And a costly mistake. Coaches talk so much about ball security, and in overtime, so paramount.
Partner, do you ever wonder if maybe they talk about it too much?
Too much, yeah.
Doesn't seem like you can, but maybe by discussing it time and time again, and you know they overemphasized it here, it almost became self-fulfilling.
And any points beat them here. Field goal or a touchdown now. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Now the timeout comes here in the waning seconds of this overtime as we could be set up at long last for a potential game winner. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard. They run it again with Cook, and he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Now the timeout comes here in the waning seconds of this overtime as we could be set up at long last for a potential game winner. So on now is Blair Walsh. Now the timeout comes here in the waning seconds of this overtime as we could be set up at long last for a potential game winner. So on now is Blair Walsh. This to win it in overtime. And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights. And it'll be a fun time of the Twin.